Hi guys, this is Zach from Watches on You, and as you can see, I have a lot of watches on the table. So I'm going to be doing a comparison between the Omega Railmaster, which they actually denote also as a Seamaster. They call it the Seamaster Railmaster. Not really sure why, as the Railmaster used to be a separate collection. But, so the Seamaster Railmaster versus the Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra 150M. So let's jump right in. So first off, I'm going to go over the statistics. So the Railmasters come in 40 millimeters, and then these are the 41 millimeter Aqua Terras. I chose to do the 41 millimeters just because it's the closest size. They're the most comparable to each other. And as you can see, though, however, the Railmaster is more brushed, and then the Aqua Terras are more polished on their aesthetics. Now you do get a date on the Aqua Terra, and you get a no date on the Railmaster. So if you want to keep the dial clean, that's what the Railmaster is for. When you get a date, if you want a date, you get it on the Aqua Terra, and they actually put it at 6 o'clock, which I think is great. So the movements in these watches are both Omega Master coaxial movements. You're really going to be getting the same out of them. Fantastic. It's Omega's latest movement. Great movements overall. And you can actually see these two have NATO straps, so you can't really see it right now on this. But this Aqua Terra 150 meters has a sapphire case back to see that movement, whereas Aqua Terra does not. So that's one thing to take note of if you want a sapphire case back. So now let's go, I'm just going to go over their prices. So on the bracelet, this Aqua Terra is $5,700. On the strap, this Aqua Terra is going to be I'll do the rubber first. On the rubber, that's going to be $5,500, and then on the strap, it's going to be $5,400. So, and then also, now over to the Railmaster, these are going to be $4,900 on the strap. Both of these are the same price. This is the denim strap, while this is the leather. And this on the bracelet is going to be $5,200, so $5,200. So really, I think the difference between these two timepieces and what you should decide when you're looking at these is, one, what do you already have in your collection? So these are very versatile watches, and these would almost be able to be a single watch collection. And second, what do you want to add to your collection? So the Aqua Terra, this is going to be your modern, I guess, kind of interpretation of the Railmaster, even though obviously the Railmaster did not spawn the Aqua Terra. That's just kind of how I think of the styling differences. Whereas the Railmaster is kind of a heritage model. It's supposed to harken back to the original Railmasters. Obviously they changed quite a bit with this, with the metal brushed dial and things. It's not quite like the original Railmasters were, but it's more of a heritage model. You see the faux patina on this model and on the silver brush dial as well. I will say the silver brush dial, the readability is quite a bit worse than the black dial, so I personally prefer the black dial, but if you want a cool silver brush dial, you have that. But one thing that's interesting actually on the denim version, not only do you have a different colored not only do you have this blue brush dial, which is cool, but you don't have the faux patina that you do on the other models, which I personally really like. I'm not a huge fan of faux patina. Really like that they didn't do it on this, and I think they should have done that on the rest as well. But let's go back to these two black models, because these are the most comparable. And you can see the indexes, they're both kind of pointed. These ones, though, are applied rather than painted, and you can see that they have the loom is held in metal indexes there. And the hands, you have arrow minute hand, versus here you just have a straight minute hand. Again, you have a date on the Aqua Terra, no date on here, so the dial is going to be a bit cleaner, but this also is at 6 o'clock, so it's fully symmetrical. Case size, 42 millimeters, 41 millimeters here. 41 millimeters on the Aqua Terra, 40 millimeters for the Railmaster. So basically really equivalent case sizes. However, I will say the Railmaster tends to wear smaller, the Aqua Terra tends to wear a bit bigger than the 41. I'd say the Railmaster does wear quite a bit smaller than the Aqua Terra. So really what you should be asking yourself when you're buying these is, do I want a vintage inspired timepiece? Do I want to kind of add some of that, add a little history of Omega, or do I want what Omega is doing at the modern level? I will say the finishing, there's a lot more different aspects of finishing on the Aqua Terra. You can see that this Railmaster is really entirely brushed. There's really no polishing on it. Bracelets are really the same bracelet, however this has a polished center link. The clasps, this push button opens like that, butterfly clasp. This is a butterfly clasp as well. So they're very, very similar timepieces. And one thing I think what you want to ask yourself is, again, yeah, do you want vintage or do you want modern? And if the answer is vintage, the Railmaster would be the one to go for. However, I would like to suggest a different option. I'd say if you want vintage, get the most iconic Omega of them all and get the Speedmaster Moonwatch. The Speedmaster Moonwatch comes down at $5,350, whereas the Railmaster comes in at $5,200. So if you can stretch yourself, push that extra $150, which I would highly suggest, get the Hesselite Speedmaster Moonwatch. I think you'll be happy with that decision in the long run, and I think that is a bigger part of Omega's history than the Railmaster. So that's one thing I'm going to say. You're not going to get the Master Coaxial Movement. You're going to manual wind 1861, but I think that would actually be the one to go for over the Railmaster. Now, I'm not saying if you really like the Railmaster or you already have a Speedmaster Pro, Speedmaster Professional, Railmaster's fantastic watch. I'm not saying it's a bad watch in any way. Quality is there, great movement, great everything. I just think that if you're looking for something for a part of Omega's heritage, go for the Speedy Pro. Whereas if you want a modern interpretation of an Omega, you want a modern Omega, you don't want that. You want a very versatile watch, maybe you have a small collection, you want something that can cover all, you want a nice everyday watch, then go with the Aqua Terra. I think it really shines, and also maybe even get it on a rubber strap, which is great. This is also the kind of rhodium dial. This would be more comparable to the silver dial Railmaster. And I really love their rubber straps for the Aqua Terra. I think they did a fantastic job with them. Very high quality. You get a deployant clasp as well. And I like how they make them look like integrated bracelets when, however, they're not integrated. So you can put whatever strap you want on this, but they put that little piece of metal there. It just makes it flow very nicely, and I think it looks fantastic. Also keeps the weight down if you want a lighter watch. So that's my take on these two watches, comparing the Railmaster and the Aqua Terra. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, and one thing I didn't mention, the water resistance exactly the same. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. What would you rather do? Do you like my idea of maybe getting a Railmaster, a Speedy Pro over a Railmaster, and then, or otherwise maybe going for the Aqua Terra? I personally just prefer the Aqua Terra to the Railmaster. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. See if you like the advice I'm giving, or if you maybe have some different experience and want to give your own view. I'd like to mention that these watches were all provided to us by JB Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota for the purpose of this review. I'll be leaving a link in the description to their website if you would like to inquire about purchasing any of these timepieces. I'll also be leaving a link in the website to our channel Amazon store, where we have some of our favorite watches and watch accessories on Amazon there, and that anything you buy in there helps support the channel a little bit, so be sure to go check that out. Thank you guys for watching this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.